top 5 cornerbacks, my bad, in the NFL today, who would be on your guys' list?
You want me to go first?
It's up to you, man. Yeah, go ahead, go for it.
All right, number one is Sauce Gardner. I don't care what you're saying.
What?
People can be mad if he wants.
What?
Number one corner. I love the swag he plays with.
Wow.
I think this kid is a competitor. You see why he was drafted so high. I just think that
Competitor.
he has the measurables. He has the IQ. He has the athleticism. I think that he is just, when you think about the corner that I want on my team, the way he looks, the prototype, I want Sauce Gardner. To me, he is the definition of a shutdown corner, and that's my number one guy. Y'all may disagree with that. That's cool with me, but that's my number one guy. My number two guy, y'all might be tripping on this one too. I got Patrick Surtain. Me and Duke was actually on the phone with Kiel, and I was like, bro, I would give up Alvin Kamara right now to the Denver Broncos if they gave us Patrick Surtain. For sure. I said it. See? Yeah, you can get mad if you want. I said it. I would give up Alvin Kamara right now for Patrick Surtain. I'm going Patrick Surtain at 2. At number 3, I'm going with Zaire Alexander from the Green Bay Packers. I like that kid's mental. To me, he doesn't care how good you are. Justin Jefferson, yeah, that's cool. You may get yours, but I'm going to do what I got to do on my end as well. I respect that. He has that dog in him, and I like that. Coming at number 4, I got Darius Slay. I just think that this kid, even in Detroit, he was a beast. In Philadelphia, he's a beast. And he's not afraid. Like I said, another dog in my opinion. Last but not least, Jalen Ramsey. I'm not going to drop him that low. Jalen Ramsey was one of those dudes that you looked at as the best corner in the league. He's still in my top 5, so that's my top 5 to round it out.
That was ridiculous. Hurry up. Go, man. Go. Who's next? Go.
Hey, who's number 4?
I had Darius Slay.
Okay. My list is actually similar. I'm going to go number 5, Darius Slay. I think Slay is still a stud. Going back to Philadelphia is huge for them. He's a top 5 corner in my opinion. Number 4, I'm gonna go with Jair Alexander. I think he's a good corner. I would like to see a little more in terms of interception count. He led his career high last year was with 5, which is good. I just need to keep seeing it. But he is still entering his prime. He's only 26. So I'll go Alexander at 4. I'll go Jalen Ramsey at 3. I think Ramsey is still a good corner. I think now him on the other side in Miami is going to be very interesting.
Yes.
On the other side of Howard, I think Ramsey still got a lot in the tank. I really do. Number 2, I'm going to go Patrick Surtain, and number 1, Sauce Gardner. So
you see, he knows what's up.
I think we had the same top 5, it's just different order, but I think we had the same top 2. Surtain or Gardner, you can't go wrong. Both are studs. You might need to see a little more from Sauce just because he was just a rookie, but he was a beast, man. He does not allow touchdowns. I think he allowed 1 touchdown all year last year, and I think it was zone coverage, they said, so it wasn't truly even his fault. Sauce is a freaking monster. I saw Devontae Adams beat up on Surtain a little bit, so that's the only difference there.
Yep. I'm telling you, trade cow. Hey, start the protest now. See before you even go. Alvin Kamara can go to Denver for Patrick Surtain.
Boy, shut up. X, we don't need a corner, but that would leave us.
Yes, we do.
Why do we? We have cornerbacks.
We don't have Patrick Surtain. You move Marshawn Lattimore to the second corner, bro. We are nasty. We would need.
All right, but then what we do at running back?
Oh, hey, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing for fantasy purposes, but keep it going. Give me a list.
All right. We'll start off with number 5. All right, I'm going with my boy Steele when he's not injured. He's one of the top 5 DBs in the NFL, Marshawn Lattimore from New Orleans Saints. Of course, I had to have him on there because, he missed a lot of time last year. When he came back, he showed you that he was still who he is. and that's one of the top 5 corners in the NFL. Number 4, I'm gonna go with Patrick Surtain. I like him. I like him. Not enough to trade him for Kamara though, but I do think he's top 5. Number 3, you got Darius Slay. Him over there with the Eagles, man. He showed that he still got it no matter what team he plays for. I like him. I think that he makes their defense a lot more formidable. Number 2, speaking of still got it, can't sleep on the man, Jalen Ramsey. He's gonna be hell over there on the opposite side of Xavier Howard this year. And number 1, I gotta go with you, man. I really let me flip flop these. I give Sauce Gardner number 2. Sauce Gardner number 2. Again, bro. I only seen 1 year. I have to see him do it again before I give him number 1. And I'll give number 1 still. I'm gonna hold it down at Jalen Ramsey, bro. Because he's so consistent with him. Nobody wants to throw against him. Nobody's gonna do it. You know what I mean? And that says a lot. That says a lot about his talent. And he's not old like that yet. He's still playing, and even though he's on his new team, he's gonna still be shining, showing that he's the best corner in the league right now. But I give him 2.
Okay, my turn.
Here we go. Where the Cowboy Diggs at? Let's go. Run it up.
Okay, my number 5. I'm gonna go with Surtain. He's decent, good coverage. I like him. I got him at number 5. Number 4, I'm going with Jair Alexander at number 4. I think he don't get talked about enough.
Nice.
Yeah, and probably because they get overlooked because all they want to talk about now is Aaron Rodgers. Well, he's gone, so he probably gets more attention. And I think the problem with him is him just staying healthy. My number 3 guy. I'm sorry. I'm going with Sauce Gardner as number 3. I think he obviously people look at him, the athleticism, the physique. He did kind of get exposed a little bit last season going against the top NFL receivers, even though he led the league with the most incomplete completions, with passes throwing directly towards him. Passes thrown to him was for about 45%. That was pretty impressive. Let's see what you do. Your second time around. So let's see if you don't have that slump. So I'm not too excited to put him on top, just not quite yet. My number 2 guy, man. I'm going with Trayvon Diggs as my number 2 guy, bro. Obviously he had the better season, led the league in picks the previous season, all team pro, first team, man. I thought that was very impressive, man. When you play against America's team, you have high expectations to set. And we haven't had a cornerback like this in a while, and it was a huge steal for him when Mr. Jones, my owner, decided to draft him. And it was a steal. This guy jumps on the screen, is explosive. Quarterbacks are definitely scared to throw in this way because you know what you're gonna get: a broken up play or a pick 6 when it comes to Trayvon Diggs. Now life is easier now because you have another guy who I think is a top 10, Mr. Stephon Gilmore. And my number 1 guy, with that being said, man, is my number 1 guy. I'm going with Jalen Ramsey. I think he's been the best cornerback for a while, and it continues to be that way. Even though they did have a collapse with the LA Rams, I don't think that should be overlooked. So I got him as my number 1 guy, as the best cornerback in the NFL.